All right, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools you have for making your life better: personal boundaries. And hey, if you ever feel like you're just constantly running on empty, then you're definitely going to want to stick around for this.
I mean, does this sound familiar? You get to the end of the day, you're totally wiped out, and you realize you've spent all your energy on everyone else, and there's just nothing left for you. It's a super common feeling for sure. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be your normal.
So here's a thought. What if the problem isn't that you don't have enough energy? What if the real problem is that you don't have any fences around the energy you do have? And that protection right there is what we call personal boundaries. So what are they exactly? Well, you can think of them like these invisible lines you draw in the sand. They're basically your personal rule book for how you want to be treated. They say, hey, this is okay with me, and this isn't. And they're there to protect the most important stuff you've got: your time, your energy, and honestly, your sanity.
Okay, so what's the big deal? What really happens when you start, setting and defending these lines? Let me tell you, the results are, well, they're a total game changer. So let's dive into the top 5 benefits. You ready?
All right, number one, this is something I think pretty much everyone can relate to. It's all about beating burnout. Seriously, boundaries are like your secret weapon against that feeling of being completely exhausted and just done with everything. And here's the cool part: it completely changes how you think about the word no. See, no isn't about being mean or rejecting someone, it's about protecting yourself. Think of it this way: every time you say no to something that's just going to drain you, you're actually saying a big, loud yes to yourself. Okay, coming in at number two, this one's a biggie. It's all about how you see yourself. You start to actually know your worth. And when that happens, your self-esteem, your self-respect, it just skyrockets. I mean, just think about it for a sec. When you start setting these lines, you're sending a powerful message, mostly to yourself, that says, hey, my needs matter. My time is valuable. You stop treating yourself like an afterthought in your own life. And that's huge. All right, number three. Now, this one might sound kind of backwards at first, but trust me, it's one of the most important ones. You actually build real trust with people. Yeah. Instead of pushing people away, good boundaries pull the right people in closer. So how does that even work? Well, it's pretty simple, actually. When people know your rules, there's no confusion, right? There are no guessing games. You get rid of all that unspoken stuff where resentment just loves to grow. Instead, you get honest, real connections. People actually start to trust you more because they know when you say yes, you really, really mean. Okay, on to number four. This is all about getting back a feeling of control. You literally get to take back the wheel of your own life. You go from being just a passenger, getting pulled along for the ride, to being the one who's actually driving. You're the one defining what's okay and what's not. You stop feeling like you're just a victim of whatever's happening or what other people want from you. Instead, you start feeling like the one in charge, the master of your own life. And that brings us to our last one, number five. This has a massive effect on how you feel, like every single day. You just reduce your irritability. You know that feeling of being constantly annoyed or frustrated? Yeah, a lot of that starts to fade away. I mean, just look at the difference here. On one side, without boundaries, you've got all this hidden anger, this passive-aggressive stuff, this constant frustration just bubbling under the surface. But when you have boundaries, you get emotional calm, you communicate directly, you get more peace. Which side would you rather live on? So, we've gone through all five of these amazing benefits. What's the big takeaway here? What's the one thing you really need to remember? And I really want to hammer this point home. Setting clear boundaries is not selfish. It is not mean. It's actually one of the most important things you can do for your own mental health. It's pretty much the foundation of self-care. So I'll leave you with this question. And hey, don't think about some huge, life-altering change. Let's start small. What's just one tiny no you can say today, just to reclaim a little bit of your peace?